In a region where water is the ultimate lifeblood, a bold new chapter is unfolding in the heart of Central Asia. Imagine a land where the promise of irrigation can transform barren landscapes into thriving agricultural fields. Yet every drop of water holds the key to prosperity and conflict. This is the story of Afghanistan's ambitious mega-project, the construction of the Qosh Tepa Canal, an artificial waterway designed to divert life-giving water from one of Asia's most critical rivers, the Amu Darya. For centuries, the Amu Darya River has been a silent witness to the rise and fall of empires, nourishing civilizations that flourished along its banks. Historically, its waters not only quenched thirst, but also powered agriculture and trade across Central Asia. In the mid-20th century, visionary Afghan leaders, inspired by progressive ideas, began contemplating a transformation, a plan to harness and redirect this vital resource. Among these early pioneers was Muhammad Khan, whose progressive outlook sowed the seeds for what would eventually become the Qosh Tepa Canal project. Fast forward to March 2022, a turning point in Afghanistan's long struggle with water scarcity and economic instability. Against a backdrop of droughts and mounting unemployment, Afghan officials unveiled a project that would change the nation's destiny. The Qosh Tepa Canal was not just an infrastructure endeavor, it was a lifeline. With construction commencing swiftly, the canal project aimed to divert water from the mighty Amu Darya, an artery shared by 4 nations, and channel it into the parched northern provinces of Afghanistan. The Amu Darya, stretching over 1,490 miles, with a watershed covering 206,000 square miles, is no ordinary river. Annually, it discharges an average of 25 trillion gallons of water, a figure that underscores its significance in a region where every drop counts. Historically, downstream countries, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan, have depended on its waters under agreements forged during the Soviet era. According to Protocol 566 of 1987, Uzbekistan was allocated 48.2% of the river's flow, roughly 7.8 trillion gallons per year. Tajikistan received 15.4%, equating to 2.5 trillion gallons. Turkmenistan was assigned 35.5%, around 5.8 trillion gallons, while Kyrgyzstan received a modest 6%, or 0.1 trillion gallons. Notably, Afghanistan, a nation long embroiled in internal crises, was left without an official share. Yet, in a dramatic reversal of fortunes, Afghanistan has set its sights on capturing a portion of this elusive resource. The Qosh Tepa Canal project is being executed at an unprecedented pace. In its initial phase, a 67-mile-long section was completed in just 18 months, surpassing the original 24-month schedule. This first stage cost approximately 8.2 billion Afghanis, roughly $94 million, a figure that represents a significant 8% of Afghanistan's domestic revenue collected in the first 8 months of 2022. Today, more than 61% of the entire project is finished, with plans to extend the canal to a total length of 177 miles. The scale of this endeavor is staggering. Over 200 subcontractors, around 5,500 workers, and 3,300 pieces of heavy equipment are operating around the clock. Every day, up to 35 million cubic feet of soil is removed, bridges are constructed, and underground irrigation pipelines are integrated into the design. With such rapid progress, the canal is on track to divert an estimated 2.6 trillion gallons of water from the Amu Darya every year. For Afghanistan, the Qosh Tepa Canal represents hope, a chance to revitalize its northern provinces. Once completed, the canal is projected to irrigate 1,360,000 acres of dry, abandoned lands, fostering agricultural development on a scale previously unseen in the region. The project is expected to generate up to 250,000 new jobs, alleviating chronic unemployment and stimulating economic growth. Moreover, with the recent full ban on opium poppy cultivation in April 2022, which saw opium production drop from over 6,000 tons to nearly zero, the canal's development is poised to encourage the growth of legal, sustainable crops such as wheat and corn. However, while Afghanistan's prospects brighten, the regional implications are profound. The Amu Darya is not merely a national resource. It is a shared lifeline for its downstream neighbors. In countries like Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan, water from the Amu Darya is indispensable for agriculture, particularly for the cultivation of cotton and wheat. Uzbekistan, for instance, ranks among the top global cotton producers, with agriculture supporting nearly half of its workforce. The diversion of 2.6 trillion gallons of water could potentially reduce the combined water share for the primary users from 80% to a mere 65%, triggering a cascade of economic and environmental challenges. Environmental concerns add another layer of complexity. The Amu Darya's diminished flow has already contributed to the drying of the Aral Sea, a catastrophic ecological disaster with far-reaching consequences. As the river's volume decreases, vital wetland ecosystems and native fish species, such as the Amu Darya sturgeon, are placed at risk. The ongoing reduction in water flow also exacerbates desertification, as arid regions expand and toxic dust from eroded soils is carried by winds across vast distances, even reaching as far as Antarctica and Greenland. The timeline of the Qosh Tepa Canal project is marked by a series of remarkable milestones. What began as a visionary idea in the mid-20th century has, in less than 3 years, evolved into one of the most ambitious infrastructural endeavors in Central Asia. From the initial surveys and soil studies to the construction of bridges and the integration of underground irrigation systems, every phase of the project has been a race against time and resource constraints. Notably, the project's accelerated pace has not been without its challenges. In early 2023, a breach in the canal, resulting in the loss of 26 billion gallons of water, highlighted the risks of rapid construction without the benefit of robust, resource-intensive materials like concrete lining. Swift repairs were made, underscoring the urgency to complete the project despite inherent flaws. The geopolitical stakes are equally high. Under the Soviet-era Protocol 566, water distribution from the Amu Darya was meticulously apportioned. However, with Afghanistan's new unilateral move, the delicate balance of water sharing is at risk of being upended. While the project promises significant domestic benefits for Afghanistan, transforming arid lands into fertile fields and providing economic uplift, it simultaneously poses a grave threat to its downstream neighbors. For Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan, the loss of even a fraction of the river's water could imperil their agricultural sectors, diminish export revenues, and ignite regional tensions over dwindling resources. The irony is stark. While the Qosh Tepa Canal is poised to herald a new era of agricultural revival for Afghanistan, it may also deepen the water crisis for nations that have long relied on the Amu Darya. In Uzbekistan, where cotton production is a cornerstone of the economy, reduced water availability could lead to lower yields, diminished export income, and widespread economic repercussions for millions of people. Similarly, in Turkmenistan, where water is critical not only for agriculture but also for sustaining livelihoods, the diversion of water threatens to exacerbate an already precarious situation. Within Afghanistan, the stakes are equally high. The nation's northern provinces, traditionally limited by sporadic rainfall and harsh climatic conditions, are on the cusp of a transformative agricultural revolution. The Qosh Tepa Canal is more than an infrastructure project. It is a strategic investment in the future. By providing a reliable water supply, the canal could enable the cultivation of fertile lands on an unprecedented scale, effectively turning vast swathes of barren desert into productive farmland. In doing so, it holds the promise of not only alleviating hunger and reducing unemployment, but also of fostering a sustainable agricultural economy that could propel Afghanistan into a new era of prosperity. As Afghanistan forges ahead with the Qosh Tepa Canal project, the eyes of the world watch with a mixture of hope and apprehension. On one hand, the canal represents a beacon of progress, a bold solution to the nation's long-standing challenges of drought, unemployment, and food insecurity. On the other hand, it serves as a potent reminder of the complex, interwoven nature of water politics in Central Asia, where the diversion of a single river can reshape entire economies and ecosystems. In this era of unprecedented environmental change and geopolitical flux, the Qosh Tepa Canal stands as both a testament to human ingenuity and a cautionary tale of the delicate balance between development and sustainability. As nations continue to navigate the intricate web of water rights and environmental stewardship, one thing remains clear. In a world where every drop of water is precious, the choices we make today will determine the fate of generations to come. The future of Afghanistan, and indeed of the entire region, hinges on our ability to manage nature's most vital resource wisely.